create a little program that does a little bit more with scanners and numbers. What we're going to do now is we're going to compute the monthly salary of a person. So the program will ask you, what's your yearly salary, your annual salary? You put the number, the annual salary, and it will tell you what's your monthly salary. So let's do it. We're going to create a new Java file. Okay. Again, programs, we say public class and then a name for this. This is a salary calculator. Okay, we open and close, so that's the name of our program. Then, because all programs start where they see a public static void main string open parentheses args, because all programs start on this line, okay, we're going to do this. All right, so the first step here is to create a scanner. To create a scanner, remember, we have to import java.util.scanner. And then within our main, that's what this the space between these two curly braces here, this one here, and the one on top is called my main. Okay, and here's why it's called the main. So the what I need to do first is to ask for information from the user. To do that, I need to create a scanner object. Scanner, I'm going to call it keyboard or kib. This name again is just a variable, it doesn't matter, it serves to hold a scanner in memory. And that's going to be a new scanner system.aim. Basically, I'm going to scan the input of my system, which at this point is the keyboard. Okay. Now I'm going to print system.out, the output of my system, which is the screen, print line, basically print on the screen this. Print what is your annual salary? And then after I print that question on the screen, I am going to wait for the user's output. So I will say, for example, they're going to tell me a big number. So let's assume it's a double salary. I'm going to call it salary. I could call it fluffy, anything I want. Double salary is going to be keyboard.next double. This is used to read doubles from the screen, to read a number that might have decimals from the screen and put it in the variable salary. So this is how the program is going. I create the scanner, I wrote the question on the screen, and now I wait until the user enters a number and then hits the enter key or the return key, and that's going to go into salary when that happens. Now after that happens, what I'm going to say is, well, double monthly salary is going to be salary divided by 12.0, okay? Or 12 is fine, but let's say 12.0. So that's going to be my salary. Why I use 12.0? Well, because I want decimals to come out here. So I will explain this. This is explained better in the operator's precedence and when I talk about math, but 12.0 will guarantee that the number here is going to be a decimal number. Now, then I want to print that. I want to say system.out.println your salary is, and then plus, so this is the string that I'm outputting, plus monthly salary. I should say your monthly salary is this. Okay, this is my program. I'm going to compile it out. I should save it first. So let's save it and compile it. And now I'm going to run it and we'll interact with it. It's asking me, what's your annual salary? Okay, $25,000.50, for example. Okay, then it tells me your monthly salary is 2,083.375 cents. Okay, so this is now we have a program that actually does something, right? Now let's assume that your employer takes, or your employer and taxes and everything, they take about 20% of your salary each month. Okay, so then monthly salary here, monthly salary in the program is going to be your salary divided by 12, right? But it's going to be your salary minus 30% or 20% of that, if 20% goes in taxes and fees and whatnot. It's going to be your salary minus 20% divided by 12, and that's the actual paycheck that you will receive, right? So let's do that. Let's assume that, let's ask for the taxes. How much tax does your company, or how much tax do you pay? So system.out.println, and how and what percentage of taxes and fees do you pay? And then that's going to be another double. So double tax rate is going to be equal to, again, I'm going to read a double. So next double. Okay? So here I am reading the number for the annual salary, and here I'm reading the tax rate. Once I have the tax rate, I can say, well, salary minus salary times the tax rate divided by 100. This is this salary times tax rate divided by 100. This is basically going to, if my tax rate is 70% or 30%, this is going to compute, say tax rate is 30%, then this little highlighted area is going to give me 30% of my salary. That's what this computation does. Okay, 30% of my salary. So my actual salary is going to be my total salary minus that 30% of my salary, or whatever tax rate percent of my salary, divided by 12. Okay, and that's going to be my monthly salary. And then this is going to be my monthly paycheck at this point. So let's compile this and run it. So it's asking me right here, what is your annual salary? Well, it's 25,000.45 cents. And what percentage of taxes and fees do you pay? Well, 20%. It says, well, my monthly paycheck is about $1,600, $1,666.70. Okay, that's my monthly paycheck. And now we have a little program that actually does something other than just respond to the user. It's actually doing something smart. It's giving me some information that it would be hard for me to compute otherwise. Okay, this is one example of using scanners and integers and operations in Java.